Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about masks and how they're now becoming an essential item for many of us. We want to make sure we're wearing them properly, as well as the right mask. Jim Gardner is back. He's the founder of Thoughtful Design Store. This is his Kitchener-based business. It repurposed their rugby shirt factory into one that now makes masks and hospital gowns. Jim, great to have you.
Thank you very much for having me.
So talk
just
to
to
us.
clarify, we're at the Barbarian Sportswear factory, which is my partner.
Okay. Well, talk to us about how you now rejigged what you were normally doing to now making masks and gowns.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of people playing rugby or wearing our garments on campuses right now. So we were shut down for a few days. And then Premier Ford came and made the call to factories and local people to come up with, to fulfill the PPE requirements. So we have done that. We got a medical license to produce gowns, hospital gowns, and our masks that I'm here to talk to you about.
So let's talk about these masks, because again, everyone wants to make sure that they're wearing the right one. Yours, as we can see there, sort of add a little bit of flair to them. But show us first what your mask offers. We know that there's a filter. What do we need to know?
Yeah, so obviously a piece of fabric over your nose is better than nothing, but we wanted to make the best mask possible. So we use a HEPA filter. So something you would find in your home furnace that actually removes the particulates from the air. So we've sandwiched that HEPA filter with a micro mesh fabric and an exterior polyester. So we have some fun with the designs that we've put on these as well.
And show us how you would correctly not just put on a mask, but also remove one.
Sure. So our consultation with the medical industry, a lot of the challenge is the irritation behind the ears. So we have two straps that we have added to our mask that fit behind the head, and it really has a nice seal around the face for optimal filtration.
And then if you want to remove your mask, because we know the one thing that's important here is not to actually be touching the mask because it may have been exposed to something.
Correct. So obviously, before you leave the home, your hands are going to be washed and your mask is going to be on. When you come home from the public and you could be contaminated, you want to make sure you grab the mask from the elastics and pull off your head. And then, of course, these are washable, so you want to wash. You can always sanitize with a little alcohol spray and then let it dry.
You know what? I think it's great that you guys have done this, thinking right outside the box, not only to help so many people, but to keep your business going. It's wonderful. Jim Gardner, really appreciate you coming on board here, founder of Thoughtful Design Store. Again, thank you so much for this. It's great work you and your team are doing.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.